Hello, everybody. Today I got an episode for you. Not only is it historical, but it's also current nugget news. You really have to hear for yourself what George Soros has to say for himself 3 years ago. Hold up, let me roll it.
I think we're almost 24 hours away from the inauguration of the 45th President of the United States. Where does he stand in an open society?
Well, I have described him as an impostor and con man and a would-be dictator. But he's only a would-be dictator because I'm confident that the Constitution and the institutions of America, of the United States, are strong enough. The division of power is in operation, and he would be dictator if he could get away with it, but he won't be able to.
Because he will be stopped at what point if he goes too far?
That's right.
In foreign policy or domestic policy?
In both areas. Obviously, in foreign policy, he has greater powers than in domestic policy. But I think Congress will be a bulwark protecting its rights. And when Trump oversteps the mark, they will fight back.
So you see what he has to say on Trump, what he thinks of him. Not too highly, and notice how accurate he was. He was almost like Nostradamus. Was he not? He knew that Congress was going to strangle Trump into doing whatever needed to be done that he wanted to be done. Notice the subtle nuances of what he's actually saying here versus what actually happened. Because Soros was kind of dead on here. Anyway, we'll roll the next clip and let you be the judge on this. But here's the thing. This is a new clip. This happened yesterday.
To demonstrate our commitment to OSUN, we are committing $1 billion to it. But we can't build a global network on our own. We will need partner institutions and supporters from all around the world to join us in this enterprise. We are looking for far-sighted partners who feel a responsibility for the future of our civilization, people who are inspired by the goals of OSUN and will participate in the design and realization.
Now, rumor has it, George Soros has claimed himself that the socialist system, the globalist money, they want a one world currency, are failing. Notice the timing of the event, how everything hangs in the balance, and then he shows up dropping $1 billion down on universities globally, global universities set up by him. On its face value, it sounds very nice, but I highly doubt it's anything but liberal education. We already have complaints that school here in this country is indoctrination into a liberal world. What do you think George Soros would do to the global society? Right. So now he's asking for help. If you listen, actually, this is an advertisement. This is an advertisement to other millionaires, billionaires, or otherwise who would like to hook up with George Soros. Because you get him on the line and you say, you're another millionaire, another billionaire, he'll talk to you about this particular subject because he wants to see it done before the end of his life, he hopes. But notice how the timing is right there. Exactly what he said was going to happen, and then he times it perfectly with an impeachment. There is no question that this man is running the Democratic Party. None whatsoever. He knows what they're going to do before they know what they're going to do. And I admit, 3 years ago, they only had a handful of Democrats really doing that, but they had already done it before he was even elected. Which you can actually deduce that they were talking to him before Trump was elected. Notice how he knew everything the Democrats already knew. They came out late on the news. Kind of Nostradamus-like, don't you think? That's not a coincidence. That's why people call this man the puppet master. He's literally running around other countries, manipulating with his money. And now he wants to set forth these education camps. You might as well call them that. And ironically enough, we have not only a week ago, a Bernie staffer coming out and saying that he wanted gulags, that Bernie was going to establish gulags where it could be re-education camps. Get this Trump nonsense out of everyone's head. I don't care how much you hate Trump people, you shouldn't wish putting them in camps. Does that make you any better? I think that makes you worse than Trump people. I don't know any Trump people that wants to put people in cages for real. And this group is literally talking about that. And you could say, well, that's just one staffer. Right, but this is just one billionaire with the same ideology as this nickel and dime guy that's probably brainwashed. They want to make re-education camps or re-education universities or global universities, whatever label you want to call them. Unfortunately, there's a psychological war going on all over the globe. And people like George Soros are really pushing the envelope, really trying to dig their feet in, really trying to establish their political dominance over the world. They're trying to ensure that their children are in power well after they're gone. And it's sad to see that these type of people exist to just mess with everyone's economies. They're not helping. They're not entrepreneurs. They're private investors. They invest in a politician, and that politician does what they ask. No more, no less. Call it what you will, but that's what you're doing. This person has already been accused in meddling in elections all over the world, and you still allow Democrats to take his money. I think the timing is just really convenient. It's just really weird how this man knew way in advance how it all was going to go down. Mind you, this was 3 years ago. Yeah, people talked about it, but this man's talking about it. He's not guessing. He's saying this is what will happen if he goes out on a limb and tries to do something in a foreign area or does something in the local area that we don't like. That is what he's saying. Go back and listen to it again and again, and that is what he's saying. He's saying that he knows what's going to happen before it happens. He knew what they were and would not do, which means either he's paying them to do the biddings or they're asking him for advice. Anyway, you guys have a good afternoon, a great morning, a great night, whichever. Please like, share, and subscribe. We really do appreciate that around here. God bless. See ya.